Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel, Tales from the Cryptmancer, where we feature content on play-to-earn games on the blockchain, such as Splinterlands. And in today's video, I just wanted to do a quick summary of things that I believe all of us as stakeholders in Splinterlands should pay attention to. And this video is being recorded in the early morning of May 16th, 2022. And we've got an exciting town hall tomorrow coming up with Matt and the Splinterlands development team talking about the new ranked rewards system. And I just wanted to go over some of the details of some of our predictions to date, what's happened recently and what might happen moving forward. And if you have been paying attention to some of our videos around the summoners, around the starter cards, and other topics, you may have done quite well in the current market. But let's take a look at some items that we can look to moving forward that might be of interest to us. So first of all, if we look at the Splinterlands Marketplace here, you can see our 24-hour sale volume is now at 81,122. Just yesterday when I was streaming on Splinterlands TV, I think this was at 68,000 as a 24-hour volume. And back in the Untamed era, where we had the spike in users between, let's say, September and October of 2021, this 24-hour volume was usually regularly over $100,000, and we're already seeing this change and get an uptick in volume. And I believe if we see this volume steadily increase to around 100,000 or so, that would be extremely bullish for the game. It would be a lot of money coming into the game again and buying up assets in anticipation of the new ranked reward system. Again, we've already seen this gone in the last 24 hours from 68,000 to 81,000. Definitely monitor this moving forward and see what this looks like. I don't know if we'll ever hit that peak again over 100,000 in the near future, but if we do, that's extremely bullish. One other thing we can look at here, and is if you recently watched my videos from probably a couple weeks ago now, we talked about Chaos Summoners being the bottleneck for the new rank reward systems and how it could pertain not only to human users, but to bot users. And if you listened to that video and you went into the market and scooped up a few summoners from the Chaos Legion side in speculation, you might have done pretty well. Obviously, nothing we do on this channel is financial advice. It's just for informational purposes only. But if you took that information and maybe you decided you wanted to do something with it, well, if you bought Chaos Legion summoners, you're probably pretty happy right now. If you look at here, the floor of these summoners, they've all increased quite substantially. You've got General Sloan now at $2.77. You've got Obsidian at $3.91, Tarsa at $3.21, Thaddeus at $3.21, and Kalia at $4.41. And if we were to actually go into Splinter cards, you could see some of this data. If you look at this chart, it's quite impressive. Just 3 days ago, you could buy a General Sloan for $1.85. And here you can see here, we're peaking at $2.77 today via the Splinter cards chart. So that's definitely the kind of chart you want to see if you acquired an asset recently. That's a very nice looking chart right there. Now, what's also interesting to note, if you watch another one of my videos talking about the starter cards that you should be considering picking up, is when it came to Untamed and other starter cards that would be going essentially out of circulation, we specifically mentioned key cards like the Unicorn Mustang as being one of those. And you can see here, just probably about 3 weeks ago, when we were talking about those specific cards, Unicorn Mustang BCXs were selling for $6.83, and just today they're now selling for $14.97. So within 3 weeks, you could have easily 2x'd there by picking up some Unicorn Mustangs. And it's not just Unicorn Mustangs. We could definitely go and look at some other cards here that we featured. Another card we had mentioned in the starter cards was the Princess here because of her synergy with Obsidian. You can see here again, 3 weeks ago, she was at $4.75 per BCX, and just today, $8.97. So again, approximately almost a 2x in 3 weeks. So that's good news. And we might see even further appreciation on some of these assets. Hard to say though. Other thing I want to talk about here are Chaos Legion pack values. We're already seeing people starting to rip open more packs to account for the increased demand in Chaos Legion cards, specifically around summoners, as well as other cards. This Chaos Legion pack value yesterday night, so about 24 hours ago when we were on Splinterlands TV, was $3.06 for a Chaos Legion pack value. Within 24 hours, it's gone to $3.39. And I just loaded this page maybe 10 minutes ago. Let's see if it's gone up at all in 10 minutes. Actually, it went down a little bit, went down about 3 cents, but it's definitely moving in the right direction, generally speaking, at $3.36 now. And what we can do is if we look at Hive Engine, we can see that Chaos Legion packs are selling for $2.63 as a last purchase price. This was actually well below $2 just a few days ago. It was around between $1.90 and maybe $1.85 or so, I think is what it got down to when I saw. And now it's up to $2.63. So that's already almost like a 33% roughly increase just in a couple days. Let's plug in the math here at $2.63 for a Chaos Legion pack on Hive Engine, which is a secondary market. And let's say we're going to do arbitrage and relist those cards and sell those back onto the market. And what we can see here is even right now, there's an arbitrage opportunity. If you did kind of large quantities, you'd be making roughly about 11 cents per pack that you were to purchase and open and resell at the moment. So maybe there is some arbitrage opportunities right now with Chaos Legion packs, and one could imagine that this price could continue to go up. I mean, it's already at $3.36 on a $4 pack, so it's not going to necessarily go above $4 anytime soon. If it did, well, that would be fantastic, and the Chaos Legion packs would be selling from the store like hotcakes. But there's definitely some potential arbitrage opportunities if the Chaos Legion packs in the secondary market maintain at this, let's say $2.50, $2.65 kind of range here. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is, yes, we have certainly some very positive news coming out this weekend with the new ranked rewards. It's been well received. We'll see what questions get addressed and answered on tomorrow's town hall. But remember, all is not rosy in the broader crypto markets. And one thing to keep in mind is that Splinterlands will be influenced by things like Bitcoin and crypto in general, as we witnessed just recently with the Luna death spiral. And what I would say is be careful, be cautious with the assets that you are putting into the game. Even though you may be extremely bullish, we are not impervious to external market factors. And one thing that has me honestly a little concerned from a crypto perspective, if you look at Tether, another stable coin that has somewhat of a spotty track record, I would say, in the grand scheme of things, it's still holding at peg, 0.9988. But what is worrisome, at least to me, is you look at this market cap volume. Just let's see, on May 10th, the market cap of Tether looks to be 83 billion 6 days ago, and it's gone down to 75 billion just in the last 6 days. So that's money moving out of Tether. And usually when you see that kind of movement, I'm not sure that's great. You can see here, this is the history. It's been at above 80 billion here for, well, since March 16th. We could load more data. The last time it was at $75 billion. We have to scroll for a while here. Would have been on, geez, we're back in January already here. And you can see there's still not a lot of variance here. It would have been 75 billion, would have been back on December 6th of 2021. So that doesn't give me warm fuzzies. Again, it's related to, but not directly related to Splinterlands. Just be careful out there in crypto land, boys and ghouls. One last closing comment that I'd like to talk about is with the rank rewards, we have the assumption that everyone wants to climb up in leagues. If you're playing at silver, you probably want to play at gold moving forward. And if you play at gold, you might want to play at diamond. And if you play at diamond, you might want to play at champion. And that's logical because the rewards are better at the higher levels. But here's the reality check that I'll just put out there for everyone to keep in mind. The level of competition is going to get very serious very quickly, especially at the higher levels. I have a feeling that just because you have a deck that is maybe achieving silver or gold or diamond, whatever that level happens to be today, come June 1st, once the new rank reward systems come online, we might have to reset expectations of what a silver level deck is, what a gold level deck is, etc. Because to date, it's really been about just having the collection power to play in those leagues, not necessarily the cards or the skills. And what I mean by that is as more and more people compete for these higher leagues, the competition is going to get much tougher. Obviously, that goes without saying, but I don't think people realize what that means within the environment. If everyone's trying to achieve the highest ranks, the cream will truly rise to the top, and skill will certainly help you get to where you want to go, but you may find that you're just limited by your cards to get to where you want to go. And it might not just be collection power moving forward. It really could be meta cards, card selection, card variety, and having the right tool in your toolbox. And if this is the case, continue to expect more buy pressure or more demand on meta cards in the market. And you will see cards that are key to winning at certain league levels moving forward, silver, gold, diamond, champion, etc., being very, very important and certainly susceptible to potential increases from where the cards are today. We can look back at this video maybe in a month or so and do an analysis on the cards and see what card prices have done. But my anticipation is that meta cards, as well as summoners, especially summoners leveling up to the appropriate level, like you don't want to have gold summoners if you're trying to compete in diamond, as an example, as that's going to be a handicap. These type of factors, I think, will be seen reflected in the corresponding market values for cards, which for most people, if you hold assets in Splinterlands, is a good thing. But just be aware, the game's going to get tougher. The card values may reflect that moving forward. So do what you will with that information. So that's all I have for today. Just some topics that I wanted to touch on before we have the town hall starting tomorrow. And I hope this information has been beneficial for you, informational as well. If it has, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, keep stacking those stats.